And so, brothers and sisters, we find ourselves in November. The beautiful fall foliage is dropping from the trees, soon to be replaced by the dead gray skies of winter. As you can tell, I'm in a cheery mood today. AI is horrible. I've decided to no longer use AI in any way in my videos or anything else. It is an evil construct, and its outcome can be Frankensteinish. Is that a word, Frankensteinish? It is now. I have just heard a news story just before I started making this video. A painting done entirely by AI and a robot is being auctioned off for over $1 million. I think a lot of people are stunned when evil takes over a society. And then there are those who have seen it bit by bit, encroaching on all our lives over the last 20 years. Actually, hell, 25 years. The outsourcing of labor began the downward economic slide that inevitably ensued. We live in a dying world, and we're ruled by those intent to kill it even faster. The suffering human, animal, is going off the charts. I don't know how to react to seeing this all come to fruition, other than I expected it to be a little slower than it was. I was hoping to be out of here before the worst happened. Of course, we're going to have no limits put on the amount of oil that can be extracted. And as the floods and hurricanes and wars rage out of control, we will be feeding them with technology. Humans have created a monster far more terrifying than any monster that was ever dreamt up in a work of fiction. Artificial intelligence. What an oxymoron. Because artificial intelligence means artificial decisions. It means artificial instead of art. It means artificial everything that can be mass-produced and polluting and destroying the world. But we don't care. We're happy. Just give me that new iPhone and I'll be happy. I was reluctant to get into computers when they first came out, and I think I didn't get one until quite a few years later, when it seemed inevitable that you had to have one. But the reason I resisted was that I realized that technology was going to lead us down the path to hell, and it appears to have done so. It has enabled oligarchs to control everything, to have power over others, to have the desire to own 6 yachts that are worth several $billions and sail around pretending that everything's okay, while all around you humanity burns. I don't expect very many people to see this video, and even less to understand it. But I think it sums up how a lot of us are feeling. It's just broken inside and hopeless. We've forgotten how to be human. We've forgotten what it means to be human, to feel emotions, to transmit those emotions into a work of art, a piece of music, a work of literature. We've entered into a technological age of profound ignorance. You know, my heart aches for a lot of my American friends. It aches for Canada too, because a lot of my American friends say, well, I'll just move to Canada. It's not that easy. It really isn't. And we are heading down the same path, rapidly down the same path. I believe there was a poll taken recently how Canadians would vote if they were voting in the American election. It was for Trump. We have our own mini Trump here, and the same as in other nations. We're moving to the far right. Weaponized ignorance is what we're talking about. When all of our basic humanity has been taken out of us and aggregated and put into an algorithm, then what is left but shallow and ignorant people?
We won with poorly educated. I love the poorly educated.
And the politics of blame. I mean, they blame victims. Blaming the victim is always popular in fascistic times. The vulnerable, the weak, the ones who have struggled their whole lives, the handicapped, those who look different, those who speak differently. It's their fault. It's their fault. It's all their fault. People running for their lives from murderous dictatorships, it's their fault. They deserve to drown at sea. They're just like the lab monkeys that I just read about, escaping from their compound where they breed rhesus monkeys for experimentation. And this is how we deal with our closest relatives. Why should we expect people to deal with each other, with humans? No. And as I speak to myself, I'm picturing those of you who understand what I'm saying. And I'm wishing nothing but the best for all of you. I want people to be safe. I want people to be kind. But that's so passé, isn't it? You know, I thought of making this channel go dark before they make it go dark. I thought of taking everything down. You know, I'm just being paranoid. Maybe it's because my father was 15 when the Nazis invaded Poland. Maybe that's why I'm upset. And when you see the largest conglomeration of information being owned by one man, the Elmos of the world, guy who never built anything, never invented anything, just invested wisely. He said a few months back that he would buy Canada, and I have no doubt he will, because he's already bought America. And you sold it to him lock, stock, and barrel. like lambs to the slaughter. I wish this could be a happier video or a funny video. There's no humor in this anymore. There's nothing to laugh at. But don't worry, I'm sure you can find an AI app that will tell you jokes, make you laugh. Destroyed by our own technology. What do I have to lose? It's the planet, the animals, the trees, the beauty of a sunset. These things restore our soul. But instead of looking at the natural beauty around us, we choose to look at screens. Anyway, I'm going to end this because I don't want any of you to feel unhappy. I'll be back to doing some funny stuff because all we can do is laugh at this point, enjoy black humor, where take a smile wherever you can get it, look after each other, take care of each other. Look out for each other. Because what's coming is going to be beyond ugly. It's going to be the most horrendous thing that has ever happened in human history. We have the technology. We've given up everything. We're like lemmings. And I suppose I still have to get up in the morning. I still have to go on. Somehow pick up whatever strength I have left and speak out, rail against the darkness, and spread a message of peace and love. Oh, and laughter. Does anybody remember laughter? Good night. By the way, I didn't cut my hair. It's just tied back. Thought that you might want to know I'm still a hippie.